Let me let me explain what's going on here. See, I declared war on Portugal to take back all of this part of Africa, and I've decided that the infamy cost of taking the Cape Verde Islands and Madeira, it's just too high. It's not worth it. Let them be. They're way off the coast. I can. The Canary Islands are close enough. I can say they're mine, but the others are like, yeah, nah, let's not mess. So I was there, and I was waiting for other nations to support them. And then there's this fascist uprising here in the Confederate States. And so I asked the Confederates, would you like me to be your protector? And they said, sure, do it. And I think they've already gotten rid of slavery there anyway. Yeah, they've banned it. So, okay, we'll pick up there. So we'll join with them and make them work with the rest of what we got going on here, and pick up some. And who knows, maybe they'll have oil there that we could drill in. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, so we're going to add them in, and in that war, nobody's joining in. And I thought, okay, cool. This is cool. Brazil's helping me out. That's nice of them. Then the Dutch Communist Revolt started. And I asked, well, would you guys like me to support you? And just as I asked them, the British moved to support the Netherlands. And this is going to be another war that involves England. Italy joined in with them. Prussia joined in. All these guys joined in. And I have to wait now a little bit longer before I can flick the Italians out, because I'm not calling all the shots here. If I could get them to... if I could reduce their autonomy in the run-up here, this is tricky here, because we've got, we're at 24. So if I've already introduced my national sport incentive vaccination team there, so that's improved my relationship with them, and they're reduced their desire. So if it actually goes down, if I can get them to puppet, maybe if I make them a puppet, I can add war goals against England and Italy, because boy, wouldn't that be awesome to like cut the British Raj free and take over chunks of Iran and get that little bit of Italy. And so all these cool things could be done. But if they're not my puppet, I don't think I could do that. As it is, the communists are going to annex all of the Netherlands and nationalize all communist Dutch buildings. Go you Dutch. Of course, there's no Dutch East Indies anymore, so we don't get that. Well, there's some out there. Okay, so we'll pick up a little bit of there. But I'm looking to colonize Europe some more. If I can get the Benelux area, rather, the Low Countries, and make them all Socotan protectorates, wouldn't that be lovely? All right, well, you know the story here, and we'll see what happens. The last episode was another big drawn-out war with England involved, and at this time I'm going to, the eagle-eyed among you will have noticed that I'm doubling the size of my fleet here. It's going to be big. We have 34 pages of fleet here, and and we're adding a lot more scout cruisers and aircraft carriers to all 5 fleets. Well, I think, no, the first fleet I didn't have to add to. I've already expanded that. It's the others that are getting swole. And this way, when all these British boats and other boats show up, we knock them down. So we're looking at that. And we'll see what happens here. If I splash through them all, I think the only other war I have on my schedule here is taking out Liberia. And that'll involve dealing with the United States. We have cordial relations, but we're trying to reduce them. Once they're low enough, then we can hop in, take Liberia, and I guess since my infamy has only gone up to 35, I might be able to, once this stuff is over, I might be able to pick up U.S. territory in Mexico, because I hear there's oil there. That might be nice to, grab. Yes, we're colonizing the United States too. I love it. So, best country in the world, Sokoto, right now. Yeah. Anyway, if there's something really unusual I'll pop it up. Otherwise, it's it's business as usual. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to build out some war machines because I think I'm going to upgrade my cavalry to light tanks. It's 1905, I know a bit early, but technology is kind of advanced a little faster and we're having a war with everybody, and yeah, I can justify. But I'm not going to heavy tanks. That's like, no, just heavy. They really need to make it where you have little add-ons for armor rather than turn all your artillery into tanks. That's like, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. You could call it like better artillery, but just don't call it tank. Don't call it tanks. And the mechanized infantry, really? That's like a late 30s thing, not even a mid 30s. It's anyway. But yeah, we'll get our light tanks going here, and we're gonna drop. Let's see here. Let's get 10, 20, 30 of them here in Tanganyika and see how that goes. We'll subsidize them and all. So the war with Portugal has started, and I've got a small force down here. Once that concludes over there, I'm pretty sure Portugal will just tap out anyway. There's nothing else going on. And then I can move these 60 probably up here to the Turkish front. I don't think Corsica is going to hold out that well. I mean, they put 392,000 troops there. So I just need to have my larger army just romp through them here. And I mean, yeah, 536,000 here. We'll see. We'll see on that. But that war's going to go. And then the Confederate one might go faster or not. It depends, because there's all this Mexican stuff that showed up over here. So maybe we just finish off the Confederate fascists and then drop the army down here to support the Maya and push through Mexico that way. As it is, they're going to enforce trade privileges on Mexico. Okay, that's fine with me. I don't care. The big one is this one that involves England and everybody else. I just wish I was running the show, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make the Dutch Communist Revolt go puppet in time for me to start demanding other things. Oh, great. And now we have a recession. And Russia wins the Snyder Show. Well, they're my ally. Let them go. Let me do the cleanup here. Well, a Portuguese communist revolt just kicked off. That should mean this should settle out pretty quick once we finish conquering all that. They'll lose their taste for fighting, and we'll be ready to go in with the Dutch thing. And we're just about to have the Confederate one kick off. So that'll be good. And while we're waiting, there's also an Indian uprising going on. Yeah, I'm not getting involved in that right now. I'm actually going to send both of these groups over to the Yucatan front. I know it won't get me immediately positive, but I think they'll be able to turn things around, because I don't think the Mexican troops are going to be all that great. I mean, let's just have a look here. Line infantry. Okay, they got some trench infantry. All right. Shrapnel, it's not terrible, but yeah, my guys are better. And once we have the war machines built out, in about 13 weeks, we'll begin converting folks to from the light cavalry to light tanks. Or the lancers to light tanks. That'll be fun. And I really won't have that many, because I have a small number of cavalry. I've kept that low purposefully, just because it's the way it goes. All right. So I just got to keep an eye on things here. Dutch Communist Revolt, you ready to go? Well, it needs to go down by 8 total, and it's going by 0.13, so that's 7 weeks, so at 56 weeks. So in about a year, it'll be ready. This war's kicking off in less than a year, so I'm not going to get any cool new things against the British or Italians. I'll just have to wait. But we're doing well over here. Oh yeah, we're cleaning out in the Confederacy here. This should go quick. And once it's gone quick, it should go even quicker over there. All right. right. Ooh, we finished Kasai. All right. Let's, oops, wrong one. Let's go to state action. Incorporate state. Kasai. And although it is slower than what the Europeans get, we're still getting some pretty good rate here. It's like 50 days or something. That's fine. Ooh, we can invite a country. Sambas, come on in. Whatever. Okay. We're just waiting for the diplomatic play in the Rhine to kick off, and we're good to go. Yeah, they're waiting for that. Let's see how this one is going. They should be dropping by, yeah, 5 per week. That'll be fine. We can wait a while there and have them clack out there. Meanwhile, yeah, I called up the reserves for the First Okoto Army. This should do a good job of plowing through Italians. Still waiting for the other things to blow off here. The communist Dutch thing, and let's keep the labor unions happy. I'm also building some more aircraft factories because I got a shortage. Apparently, using aircraft carriers is a big deal. Oh, wait a minute. Am I exporting them? Oh, what do you know? Well, let's drop the hammer on that. Let's make sure we're not exporting anything that we need. Oh, yeah, see, we're short 23,000, so let's stop exporting there. Can't export power. How about engines? Oh, yeah, we're holding tight on them. Okay. Carry on, guys. Folks, whatever. Peeps. And new veins of ore. Yeah. All right, I'll skip ahead to the good stuff. Now all the wars are going, and I'm going to have to keep track of every single front, and this is a really cluttered view here, but I would think that this could probably go quickly, because it's only a teeny tiny spot. Once that happens, those troops are free to move, looks like, to the Syria Baghdad front, and these guys could go through the Trucial States and Yemen, move over to Baghdad as well. If we lose Corsica, we lose Corsica. Oh, well. These guys will switch over to Sicily. That'll burn up through Italy. Good job there. We've already got the advantage against the Netherlands. That's the big piece here, because actually, here's the fun part. The only war goal we got, really, is against the Netherlands, and then nationalizing all communist Dutch buildings against the British. And given that, let's take a look at their GDP ownership. Whoa. Hey, now. Yep, that's 57%. We're going to make sure. So the only ones I have to really worry about are knocking out the Netherlands and then invading England. And once the English are out, the rest of the countries we could just deal with as needed. Anyone that we don't have a war goal against, that's not pressing one against me or mine, they'll leave out. As for Portugal, yep, they keep faltering. And that will go kind of quick. All right, these guys are now online against Mexico. We'll see what happens here once they get going. We had to switch this guy over here, but it looks like the Confederacy is defeating the Confederacy. That's 77,000 troops against 968. I think we'll be good there. Dang those French republics. All right. That's a lag. Okay. Yeah, it's a lag. All right. No, I don't like you anymore, France. All we're building now are the... Oh, wow, it says 0 here, but we're still building 5 weeks of war machines, railways, aircraft industry 10 weeks, because we're short on planes, and, yep, and some more railways. Okay, there we go. Well, we're doing good there. I just got to clear that out. Well, we need more railways. We need a lot of everything. But, hey, it's 1905. We're in a massive war. Oh, yeah, I also created another army that's going to be... Here it is, the 6th Army. They're going to get to be around 400 or so in size. So that's a big, big army, and these are all regular troops too. So once they get going, they'll be they'll be swole. Yeah, with all that going on, we're still got a couple million peasants and unemployed. So yeah, this is good. This is good. Wildly enough, Corsica held. This is blowing my mind. All right, that's one down. We got Kazembe, Zambia, and East Angola. Let's take a look at how that. Oh yeah, that's the right color. I like that. Now for the rest of them. Italy dropped out. So now to move all the weight of those forces against, it looks like, is it Prussia and England? Yep, there they are. Let's do that. All right, we got 4 invasions ordered up here: Highlands, Munster, Ulster, and the home counties. It's, yeah, we're going to do it again. All right, Mexico dropped out, so I'm moving all their forces over to support these landings over here. And the Netherlands has now dropped out, so we can have these troops get involved or just wait for that one to become a thing. But I think I would like to have the First Army go in on the home counties as well as the Sixth Army. Just go in, go in, go in. And let's send the third one in as well. Ah, ha, 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 ha. So we'll just leave these guys on deck here for when the Highlands gets a little more movement there. And we can get, I think we're all out of declared interests. So we'll just pop that into the, we're not going to pay attention to that anymore category. Let's take a look at how we're colonizing down here. 12, yeah, okay, so we're going to finish that off. I need to take over South Africa so we can finish off Botswana and the Caprivi Strip. And then I have to liquidate Orange. That's going to be a lot of infamy there. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a lot of infamy. But I think we got this. Whoa, Korea is running things? How? I thought they were... No, they're not. All right, they're not a puppet or anything. They're just for reals Korea. I don't like Italy, so poof. No, you get nothing. No. There we go. Oh no, the Scandinavian flu. Ah. Okay. So this is some nasty stuff here. And this is a Morgan wrote version here. I'm hoping. Or something comes up where we can deal with it. Oh man. Oh yeah. It's got that little thing there, so hopefully our doctor will do something about it. Doctor. Something. Ah, good. The doctor in the pandemic. Let's research it. Oh wow, you can see the lagging here. It's bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at the journal. There should... Here it is, yes. Scandinavian flu research. So we've got 42 states with or 32 states with Scandinavian flu. So he's gotta go investigate it, I guess. All right, well, best of luck to you, pal. Best of luck. Ooh. Are we ready to climb another mountain? Let's find out. I hit pause. It should give me a... There it is, sport. Wow. Sports. And we... Oh, we can do a Mount Everest expedition. Whoa. I mean, it's that or go after Lima or Kun Peak in Kashmir. Let's do it. Let's take on the biggest mountain. Oh boy. 2 possible actions. Improved oxygen supply. Check. Air for the death zone. Yeah, we're going to need that. It was built to work where nothing else does. And let's research into altitude sickness. Yeah. Follow his protocol precisely. So we'll have initial risk is lowered. Geological survey. We need a geologist who is not busy. Well, I know where to go find a geologist. Stop it. And once he's done, we'll be able to, there it is, do the geological survey. Okay. The mountain is not still, only slow. Okay, well, here's a ridge that'll help us go through there. Ah, that ridge is held for the last 10 million years. So chances are it'll be good there. All right, great. Now we've done that. We've got all the checks there. Go back and prospect for more oil in Darfur, and we'll start over on that. We're sinking a lot of convoys, by the way. Clunk. No, right click. Oh, come on, I right click. There we go. So much slowness. But it's because we have to fight this stupid war with England, and I really wish we had a way to do it, because the add war goals mod just isn't doing it. We need in the game the way to just start. If I'm a great power and there's a conflict with other great powers going on, we need to be able to start punching each other down, because that's the way it was back in the day. That's the way it was. But anyway, once we got the British knocked out, we should be good. Okay. We got the Dutch buildings nationalized. That's done. Whew. Now everybody's going to fall in over here. Is there anything else you guys want? Regime change in Iraq? Come on, guys. It ain't happening. How much is their score is declining by 3 a week. Theirs is going down by 2 a week. I hope they tap out. Meanwhile, let's fix this guy's wound. There we go. We'll see what happens here. I'm gonna just demobilize all these troops. Send them home. Send them home. Meanwhile, this Scandinavian flu is going all the way through me. And I went ahead and made them the protectorates into puppets, because that's how I like it. Let me move this. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes, the Dutch are puppets now. Let's see if they have any oil there while we're at it. Just take a look at resources. There's oil rigs. And, yep, we got a few. Quite a few, in fact. Let's build them all. This is going to improve your stuff and things there. That's for dang sure. All right. Well, let's hope these guys drop out. Where are they at right now? 84. Yeah, it'll take a long time, but they'll drop out. I don't think they're going anywhere. Oh, hey, here's one. The British war score is plummeting in the war with the Indian uprising. It's going to drop by 5 per week here, and they're at 42. So, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, they're out. Meanwhile, we are winning races like nobody's business there. Yeah. So, yeah, this is going to be a big moment for the British if they can't hold on to India. Meanwhile, I'm having... Peru was getting frisky over here, and I have the one group left, so I'm invading Korea with it to see if I can knock them out. You got to do what you got to do. Figure while I'm waiting, I'll go ahead and just pick up Orange. I mean, my infamy was already down way low, so let's go for it. Wait, where's the thing? It's just slow. Okay. Well then, let's mobilize these guys in 12 days, And we'll wait and see if anybody else should show up to the party. Oh wait, did Korea dropped out? Korea dropped out. Okay, well, then instead of going to the East China Sea, let's do a invasion of, good heavens. Let's just do Jutland here. And we've already got the first strike fleet going on the way. So yeah, in 12 weeks they'll be ready to go. Netherlands, come on in. You can pick flowers with us. We're happy to have you. Happy to have you. Ooh. Well, too bad our astronomer currently is already very good. You can stay at the university. That Scandinavian flu modifier is pretty stiff there. Minus 43% tax collection, conscriptable battalions, mortality. Yee. That's a big crash there. That could actually reduce my population, I'm thinking. Because it's all over the place. But, yeah. Looks like also the Scandinavians are dropping their war score pretty quickly here. Yeah, it's just a couple of weeks and they're out. And, yeah, and then after that, the only war I'll have brewing is that with Orange. And I don't think anyone's going to join this party. I look at the sway countries here, and it's like, yeah, nope, 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 nope. Ally, truce, 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 or don't care. We one or the other. But yeah, I'm going to pick it up. And then we fight the USA for Liberia. Oh, that's not the Raj. That's Hindustan. Do they actually have all the puppets? Will it hold together? I really hope so. We're working on our relationship with them. It's a great power. May they stay strong and keep the British out. And what's their GDP like? Number 4. Okay, cool. Granted, Sokoto is running away with GDP because we got to fix our unemployment issues. But, yeah, hey, no, you stay strong, India and China and Russia. I mean, really, there's people who consider Russia as a non-European nation because they're not really the same as all the other guys. And really, to be sure, they did not industrialize the way the rest of Europe did historically. But now we've got Sokoto, which is pretty much a Pan-African state, along with Russia, China, which is holding together there, and Hindustan, India, are all the top economies here. Great Britain is behind them. Then USA, not European, not strictly European there. They're over there. Canada over there. And then Spain, Italy, Japan. France fell off. Oh, wait, no, Japan's not European either. So really, the nation of the nations in Europe, Britain, Spain, and Italy. That's it. And when I have my next war with Italy, I could take them down a peg or two. I might just consider some kind of wars with England just to them again. And Korea, you messed with me, so no, you don't get to come in. Anyway, we're going to have this war with Orange. No one else is involved, but we'll see where that goes. I need to get South Africa brought in because I got to fix the whole... I mean, we got spots here. So I'll do this, and I don't think anyone else is going to come to help. We'll just pick them up. Now, they will resist, but I'll pick them up. I remember seeing Belgian ones go all the way down like 5 days or 6 days, whatever. This one's down to 10. So, I mean, that's pretty quick. You know, I'll give them that. But, man, it took me long enough to get there. Ooh, I start my Himalaya expedition. I have not done this yet in Morgan Road. I'm looking forward to it. This was really fun. It's the Morgan Road adds elements of choose your own adventure to Victoria 3, and even though it's very small in what it can, in the choices, like yes or no or whatever. The the narrative that goes with it, it is it is compelling. It is engaging. Even though I'm winning a bunch of car races and I got all this other stuff here, but and then I get this one. It's like I did it. Yeah, I'm not really there. I'm sitting here in a chair, but I'm imagining doing something adventurous and crazy, which is the whole point of entertainment, right? So, yeah, we did it. We did it, guys. Good job. Whew. Yeah. Oh, and we also conquered South Africa, and we're finishing the colonization there. So, good job with that. Italy has made a mistake. Now I can add one more little war goal here. Conquer state. Where did Tungi go? There it is. That's the one. That's the one I need. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Now, while I'm at it, now Sicily's not involved, and neither is Corsica. They don't. I've exempted them from any duty there. But I'm already well. The other goals I have are conquering this northern chunk of Mexico, which I'm going to keep, and then use it to expand it to other parts because I know there's oil there. Also making Pueblo free, which is Arizona and New Mexico, and then California will also be cut loose and liberated. So those are the goals I have against the U.S. Basically, dismantling their Southwest. Yeah, they get to keep. I mean, Colorado and Utah are part of the Southwest, along with Nevada, so they get to keep those. Hey, but no, we're just going to draw a line here and then pick up California. Okay, and then we got that there. So let's just see. Are there any other things we could liberate here? No, I don't want to make Korea protectorate. So let's look at liberating. Wow. Okay, I've already taken care of the U.S. stuff. So now we're into Trieste, Venice, Lombardia, Lucca, Modena, Parma, Sardinia, Piedmont, Tuscany, Savoy. Oh, okay. There's a lot of Lithuania. Oh, that's the United Baltic Provinces. Gotcha. And they also run. Okay, Hungary is also one of their guys. So this is going to be interesting. And they've also got stuff here in these areas. So, what would I want to see have happen? Well, I can't get any of Naples out, but getting Sardinia Piedmont liberated, that means not only do I get Sardinia cut away, but then also this chunk of Italy here. I don't think it comes with Savoy. Oh no, it does. It does get Savoy. Tuscany does not. Yeah. So if I free Sardinia Piedmont, I'll have a border with France. And I'll have French territory in the form of Savoy. And if they want to pick a fight with me, they can join in. So let's liberate that. Adding that war goal. All right, Scandinavia keeps bugging me. Let's do something about that. Okay, Finland is big. It's also close to Russia. I don't necessarily want to provoke them. Greenland and I'm not crazy about getting Greenland or Iceland in my group. Finland could be fun. But what if we did transfer the United Baltic Provinces? Not Hungary. That's too many infamies. But United Baltic Provinces. I know, but then I don't know about how how I'd feel about that being close to Russia. And then they've got this wee tiny bit of Cochin. It's a wee tiny, 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 tiny bit of Scandinavia down that way. I don't know about that. What if we enforce a treaty article? And let's go down to Scandinavia. This is a lot of scrolling here. And what if we did... Well, if we dismantled their empire, that would give me a lot of infamy. I don't like that. But if I did demilitarization, then that would that'd keep them out of my hair. Let's do that. Let's demilitarize Scandinavia and see what happens when their neighbors decide to pick on them, especially Russia. They're my buddy, Russia. Yeah. So I'm just going to mobilize down here. This is the only front we have. And then I could take forces, invade the U.S., finish that off, and then work on Italy and Scandinavia as needed. Of course, I've also got this big fleet here and this big army here, and I've got these other really big fleets here and these substantial armies here. We could just activate them all and just go... How would I do that? Well, okay, I'm glad you asked that question. I would do it by clicking Mobilize and getting them revved up. And that would be all my big armies there. The first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then I've got a wee tiny Congo Corps here just for show. Yeah, okay. So I guess that's what I'll do. I'll invade with all that. I went ahead and made all the goals primary for against the USA. Just because I felt like it. I'm seeing there's a lot of troops showing up in these areas. Interesting. As for my 6th Army, I had some areas that just weren't recruiting for it, so I dismissed those, and I'm rebuilding new barracks, and hopefully they'll be ready to go as a big unit soon into the war here. Ironically, just as the war with the USA breaks out, John Philip Sousa turns up to be a guest composer here. Play those marches, Sousa. Ya da 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 da. Take a look at this. They've got over 1 million here, and I've got 502. But I hold the edge. Uh-oh, they in trouble. And what about this front over here? Again, they've got 510. I've got 230. They've got trouble. And at the same time, I'm sending my 6th Army across the Atlantic to invade the Rio Grande, because I don't think the U.S. has got many troops there at all. So this'll prove to be a bit of the undoing for the USA. And I don't see any naval action coming against me. Oh wait, where are these guys? They're going to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, pause. Let's support that action. Have these guys head over there as well, just to make sure we maintain naval supremacy. Because I see these Scandinavians also moving there, right? Yeah, they are. Okay, I see what you're doing. I see you there. Although truly there should be more gray area, and just like you should have a spy network telling you whether or not they're going that way or not. But yeah. Anyway, we'll keep fighting here. All right, we got our Scandinavian flu research completed. That's good to know. What does that mean now? We'll find out, I guess. Okay, well, it means it's going to go away, and we hope she never returns. That's good for me. I hope so. Anyway, Just to let you know, we've invaded Texas. Ha ha ha. And yeah, we're doing a good cleanup over there. We've got Futatoru has gone into rebellion here with, well, that they have a, both Futatoru and Kypros have got communist uprising, whatever. They got some kind of uprising. We got to put troops over there to block it off, and it's an annoyance. Doing a good job over here. And I think what I should do, well, once these guys are done in Cyprus, we'll have 3 of them there, and we could use them to start either picking off Italy or Scandinavia, one of the two. And once this front is reduced, then we'll have a significant amount of forces that we'll be able to use to help with whatever action we're taking. Doing a good job cleaning that up. Good job. Way to go. Way to hustle. And we're going to blow out the fleets that are raiding our convoys. And so on and so on. Whoa. It didn't. The Scandinavian flu isn't Scandinavian. It's Hanoverian. This action is now complete here in Mozambique. And I'm going to send the large armies over the Chihuahua front. So we're able to do some damage there. And once the USA is knocked out, we'll have a good chunk of what we wanted to get accomplished. And then the remainder will be picking off Italy and Scandinavia. Now they're going to move a lot of their troops over there. I noticed that this front started to drop down on this number, and now it's gone back up since I've added my troops back in. So that's good news. Good news. The smaller units, I think I'll just leave them free and start probably picking off Italy. Because I think they've got, let's see here. Yeah, I just need to get Sardinia, Piedmont, and Tungi off of them. And then we're demilitarizing Scandinavia. So it'll be picking one or the other there. Could invade, we could just invade Sardinia. Ha ha ha. And see what happens there. That might get them to pull their stuff back. They're putting, these guys are going to the Western Mediterranean Sea. Right. Let's get a good coordinated interceptor here. There we go. We need him to be our admiral. Hit C. And then coordinate that interception, pal, and toot yourself on over to the Western Mediterranean, because that's where they're going. All right. Okay. These big, one of them is going to go to the Baltic, and then the other one's going to the Gulf of Maine. So I think this is where the U.S. Yeah, this is where the U.S. is going to have its American mark. I hope. If not, we're going to find out. Well, okay, wait. So I click on here. Takes in position. Check on the market here. It's 100%. All right. If it stays that way for a while, then we'll need to move it down here. Because it's really hard to tell which market, which sea zone goes with it. They say it's the one that's nearest to it. Well, I mean, it's hard to tell. It should be able to say, go there. This is the one to block here. Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't know. So we'll find out. Anyway. Who's sinking convoys? No, we're fighting them in the coast of Ascension Island. Well, we'll figure it out. So to take out Italy, I'm going to have 4 different assaults. One on, well, actually it's not even Italy, that's Hungary. But anyway, we're going to hit over there, southern Italy, Rome, and Sardinia. I don't think they're going to defend all of them. And wherever they don't defend, that's where we get a toehold. And that's where all the American armies, when they're done, come back over to Italy and crush it. Crush it. So sure enough, nothing is opposing here. Light opposition here. Okay, heavy opposition here. Some opposition here. So we'll be rolling on in. Maybe what I need to do is, since we were at 91 here, well, let's take the Second Army and just have him navally invade Svealand and use the Fifth Fleet for that. And in 5 weeks, we're going to hit Scandinavia. Now, that'll pull their armies away from Italy, Hungary, and all that other stuff, and the USA. They've got to defend their home front. And if you look, they don't have a whole lot of good stuff there. So, we'll see how that goes. Oh, yeah, and I need to remember that this is where you blockade America, not Maine. It's the Atlantic seaboard, because I was at 100% investment there, and they're happy over here being unblockaded. So, yeah, there, gotta remember. Atlantic seaboard, gotta remember. All right, the USA is almost ready to crash out. They are dropping by 7 more in 8 days. So we got about 2 weeks. 2 weeks left for them. And once they're gone, all right, we'll have new veins of ore here. Come on. Once they're gone, then we're taking this Mr. 6th Army, load them up on these boats, and invading Sardinia. And, oh yeah, we need that. We need that artifact. Oh yeah. All right, the USA has been taken down. And yes, that is Sokoto territory. It's not just a puppet. It's ours. And we're holding it there. Now we're going to work on California and Pueblo, and we have also taken over Liberia. So we're going to run through all that. I think I went to 1.1 infamy to make them a puppet. Done deal. Pueblo, 0.5 infamy. Done deal. That was, oh man, that is so good. That is so good. All right, let's make sure they're friendly. Oh, we don't have to worry about it. Well, let's go ahead and give them some good overlord actions. Reduce subject payments and exempt from service. We'll love to have you. We'll love to have you. Same thing to California. Reduce payments and exempt from service. We just don't need them to do that. They can act as buffer states. They're buffers. Okay, so that changes the invasion timetable because he's now going to the Mexican HQ. And this guy is going to have to go here too. All right. I do have one group, and I thought this was fixed, but it is not. He is stuck here. Can't get out. And I don't know why, but oh well. Anyway, we're going to have these guys come out here because I don't think they can. Yeah, they can't do anything until they get to Mexico, and once they're there, then they can do the invasion. The fleet's going to go there anyway. Oh, no, he's going to Iberia. Oh, no, 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 no. Go all the way up to the Baltic there. First Fleet, because you got something special to do. Namely, oh, wait, no, 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 you're not going there. I'm sorry. No, 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 you're going over here because you've got something special to do. Yes, you're going to invade Piedmont. Okay. As it is, we are working on getting a foothold here, and these guys are going to need some help because they're split out on that area there. But yep, we're gonna bring them home. We're gonna bring them on home. And now you see why I took over Rio Grande. It's got 54 oil rigs, so we're gonna start drilling. All right, Italy is now being hit here in Sardinia. Everywhere they are in deep, deep, deep trouble. Scandinavia is trying to forestall the inevitable here. We've got some pretty good naval action going on. Hopefully, once their fleets are defeated or defleeted. Ooh, this one. This one's not going. Oh yeah. I wanted to go that way. I'm being attacked. And I'm being attacked there. So, whoa, yeah, that's going the right way. And here, I'm doing the attacking. So that's the way I want it to go. All right. So once their fleet's blown out, hopefully we'll be able to do our invasion there. And if we check on their Yeah, they're 100% blockaded, so they're hurt bad with that. And we were able to take all the troops out of America, use them to bolster over here. Darn those Scandinavians, and we've occupied Rome. Let's respect institutions and not give ourselves 15 extra infamy for no good reason, because in case you haven't noticed, we got, oh yeah, I need to do this. Doot, doot. There we go. We have now gotten all of Africa being set to be colonized. We are almost done with Sawana. I need to incorporate Zimbabwe and Tungi we're going to get now, Mombasa and Futotoru, before they have another stupid rebellion and I have to send people over there to just round them up. And honestly, this guy here, it is so tiny. What I mean, it's tiny. It should have something here where we have a diplomatic action where they have to bow to the inevitable. We're going. You're surrounded by the most powerful nation in the world. Just sign these papers here, and let's cut you over. Can I do an annexation right now? Well, I could. They will not accept. Well, what about the folks over here? 40% chance. How about Zimbabwe? 37% chance. I'd take the 37%. Let's make them feel even better about us. Send them a vaccination team, send them a treatment team, and introduce the national sport. All right, did all that for you now. Ooh, 53% chance. Haha. So, or maybe if we just wait a little bit more. Nope, they are at 0. Well, okay, once we're finished with all this, I'll pick that up. But yeah, we have gotten, that's the biggest piece to absorb. We're going to get that little, once we got Italy and 2 more there, and then all of Africa, mainland will be Sokoto. These islands here will remain independent. Well, no, Malta's our, Sicily, would you guys want to join in? 34% chance. So we could. But for right now, yeah, we're gonna get all this. So once I have the whole war done, we'll get an overview and have a nice view. Sardinia costs a lot more than the American protectorates, but I'm going for it. We'll protect them, then they can become a puppet later on. And that knocks Italy out. Oh. Look, we got it. Yay. Let me make sure I don't have to reset production methods. I don't want to change the radio stations off. So we'll be okay with not having a great library. We've got plenty of production or publications here. But we will fix. There we go. Got that done. And it's already incorporated. All right, so all these guys are either fighting Hungary or Scandinavia, and Scandinavia is about to fall. If I look at this, they are dropping by 8 points in 7 days. And they're at 63, so, 9 weeks. And with that, Scandinavia is demilitarized. Ha ha ha. What does that mean? They have they've got a lot less navy and a lot less army than they used to. And I don't think they'll be much of a problem for me in the future. Also because I have cleaned out Africa there. We just got a few more things to do. Might as well just put them on this episode here. Get a nice pretty Africa. Just a second. All right. There we have it. Sokoto. Going now around and down. I don't think picking off Mombasa or Futotoru will change much, or if it does, it'll be bigger font, bigger around, but I mean, Russia's pretty big. I don't see a bigger font possible than Russia or Canada. And I've got that font right now. Ho, ho, ho. Ah, it's 1910. So that means it's gone through uh, um, 26 years less than 100. Almost 75 years, right? Once we get through 1911, it'll be 75 years. Well, because really you're counting from the end of 1835 to, the point being, yeah, it's almost 3/4 of the way through the entire time of the game. I've got my goal. The Europeans are out of Africa, except for the Cape Verde Islands. Should I have one more war with Portugal? Maybe, but this was a great fun game. And I should probably have some more thoughts about it later on, but for right now, I can end this episode. Whew, it's been a big one. You like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy having Sokoto being as big as it is, and then I'll wrap it up in the next one to show you all the stuff I liked and didn't like. Mostly I liked. This was more.